Hello and welcome back to Cardboard Decoy Plays. Rogue Legacy. Man, I haven't even been playing Prison Architect and I almost said Prison Architect. What is wrong with me? Jesus Christ. Okay, so Rogue Legacy. Anyways. So we are continuing on. We did successfully beat Khidr, and then now we can basically run around. Oh, Jesus. Okay, this far-sighted business is actually working out about as horrifically as I expected it to, since I can't see Jack around me, which means if there's any immediate threats whatsoever, I'm not going to be able to see them. And I died. Okay, well, we don't have to worry about that at least. That was... I should really warm up before I start recording sessions like this. Okay, let's try this again. Not Vertigo. Hypochondriac, you tend to exaggerate. Well, it's actually pretty funny. We're gonna pick him because he is a knave and he's got the axe. So, and axes are good. We don't really have enough money to do anything with. So, let's just, yeah, there we go. There we go. Now you have an idea of what's going on with the axe. I'm pretty sure I've actually used it before, but I can't remember. Alright, confirm. Okay. Let's go ahead and just get started here. Our goal is to make it to the forest and start farming around there, and then, yeah, we'll see the next boss, which is Alexander? Yes. I went back and I looked up the names. I was kind of like, oh, I don't want to spoil the names of them, and it's like, you'll see them soon enough. I won't go any further than, you know, the name of the next boss that we're going for. But, at least the name won't actually give away what it is or what it looks like or that kind of a deal. But if you really wanted to know, you can just YouTube it. That's kind of the sad thing, right? I don't know. I get kind of conflicted because it's like, on the one hand, anything is spoilable. Like, if you want to know anything, you want to know when Joffrey dies in Game of Thrones, you can find out because that information has been around for like 2 decades now. So, oh, yeah, so we exaggerate, which means I just took 1,610 damage there. Yeah, that's what it means by that. Basically, it's whatever your damage is times 100 or so. So, yeah, is that okay? Good. But yeah, so it's like, yeah, you can find out this information, or if you really want to be surprised, it's a choice, really. And I definitely, I have moments where I'm just weak, and I'm like, I really want to know what happens. I'm going to look it up, and there's not going to be any guilt associated with it. I know what I'm getting into. I'm going to ruin it for myself, and I'm okay with this. That's totally fine. By the way, this would be the Khidr door, except we have defeated Khidr, so it doesn't matter. How far back do we have to backtrack? I'm debating because we can just do this back here. There we go. Still have to remember which button's my confirmation button. It's like the 2 buttons you use most, which are on a PlayStation controller, square and X. And then the one you use the least is your confirmation, which is circle, which I just wasted casting a spell. At least, I haven't been using my magic too much. It's pretty situational and incredibly limited, so I tend to conserve it as much as possible. Oh, geez. Okay, this is... I'm putting myself in a bad situation here. Okay, good thing that backswing was enough to actually kill that thing. Otherwise, that would have been a real nasty situation overall. And we're going to wait for him to circle back around and then kill him. Whoa. Aside from convenience, tactically, it also allows us to actually get the drops. Otherwise, I would have killed him while he was still on the wall, but we wouldn't have been able to get any coins if he had dropped any. Okay, I do have... yeah. I'm like, why did it feel like I'm not jumping? We did get the curse rune, which means enemies are a little bit stronger, and I think that's mostly just hit points and damage that they do to you wise. The good thing is that they drop more money, I think, whenever they do drop money. If and when they do drop money, it's more. So instead of getting just 1 like we might have with that particular enemy there, we got 2. So I think roughly that's how it works. I can't remember off the top of my head, and it was just like, what? Make the game more challenging for more rewards? That's fine. I'm going to assume the rewards are the thing that you would want the most, which is money. Whoop. Okay. And then hopefully I don't do too many stupid things here to get myself killed. Alright. Okay. That one's down. And we have a eyeball over there shooting at us. I want to get its actual name. What is it? It didn't show up. Okay, never mind. Okay, there we go. For some reason I was thinking that I could see the names of the monsters after I hit them. Oh no, it's at the top of the screen. That's... why was I looking down in the lower right corner? It's interesting. You know, you always... there's been more and more research to the effect of, like, you know, what your actual field of view is and things like that. And I find that stuff really interesting because you don't really think about it until you are playing a game like this. And, you know, my screen is fairly large, so I don't know if that has much of an effect on it. There's been times I'll go back and watch my videos and, like, see that I'm missing tiny details, like some biter running around on in the corner of the screen in the middle of Factorio, and I'll be like, how did I miss that? And then things like this, where, whoa, I have details on different sides of my screen that I'm just totally not even aware of, because it's outside of my direct field of view. And it's, you know, I try to scan around, but the normal inclination is to just sort of ignore stuff and tone it out. Just minimize the amount of information you actually have to process. Okay, we have a new type of enemy down here, the shield guys, which are fine. They're not particularly difficult or troublesome or anything. They will bounce you back if you try to hit them from the shield side, and that didn't work out so well. But yeah, as I'm commenting on the enemy that's not that bad, I die from it, so... Alright, we can be a giant Lady Winry, Lady Henrietta, the Knave with Dementia. I'm trying to think. Gigantism and Endomorph, Dementia. Dementia's kind of fun. I had to look it up to remember what it was, and it's not like anything terribly breaking or anything, but we'll go ahead and pick that because it's a Knave again. And let me see, what are we at? We're at 1250. Do we want to invest in equipment? I think, actually, let's see if we can actually equip anything better just yet. Let's go over here. Damage +2. It's alright. Let's see. We don't have any other upper tier stuff. And we have that helmet equipped. And can we do 1 vampirism minus a lot of health. We get extra crit chance while we are a Knave, so we want that. And then, let's go check runes really quick. Can't remember if we have anything particular upgraded that we want. We get an extra dash, extra double jump, or vampirism. We'll keep vampirism for now. Vampirism we're still in the early game, and vampirism is still, once again, very useful in that early game. So let's go ahead and we want to, yeah, let's do haggle. That'll help a little bit with our money situation. Nothing like super dramatic, but it's good. There's our Hokage upgrade, which is alright. And unlock, yes, licks are interesting. Very expensive, but very interesting. Okay, we can't really afford anything else, so we'll just do a minor upgrade here. Let's do health. Health seems like the best idea right now for our purposes. So, let's go ahead and just move right along here and go talk to Charon. Confirm. There we go. It's already working. We now get 20% of our gold back whenever, or we only give Charon 80% of our gold, which is really, really good considering that, okay. I just want to make sure that I'm not totally butchering this here. Oh, geez. Okay, I did anyways. Okay, so yeah, we can preserve a good deal of our gold, and that's more of a, just sort of gives us a head start on the gold count as opposed to, like, really makes any dramatic difference in the amount of gear that's going to be available to us. Ooh, geez. That's a level 2. Okay. Alright. And I got hit. Okay. Alright, cool. Killed the thing. That was nasty. And okay, let's do that. And there's still a level 3 after that, and there's also an alternate enemy, like same type, completely different. Actually, well, all of these enemies have their 3 types, as I've kind of illuminated before in previous videos, that have different abilities and behaviors. But there's also a boss version of these enemies, which I think we've already seen. We've seen the Bodus, which is the really big knight. And then there's also a, we got killed by the skeleton bosses, which were the mustard-colored twin skeletons that threw just an unbelievable number of bones at us. And then, yeah, there's, all the other enemies have a boss version as well. I think we might have, I can't remember if it was a level 3 or a type C or an actual boss version of the flame that was running around. Or if that was, yeah, I think there's a boss version of it at least. It seems like there should be, but I'm actually not sure now. I guess we'll find out. Oh, okay. I know there's definitely boss versions of most of the enemies, including a few enemies we haven't even seen yet. So there's the actual potential of the number of enemies we'll encounter is actually pretty good in this game. Like, and I always like that. One of my favorite things in any particular game, especially a roguelike Metroidvania-ish sort of deal, is... Oh, we can actually get it now because we have dash. There we go. That's what you have to do. You have to dash backwards, and then you're able to get that. Now, Grace, I think, is the opposite of Curse. and that everything's going to be easier, but your rewards are going to be less. And so we don't really want that, unless we're trying to like really hardcore push for some progression. It's not going to be that great of a deal. Okay. But yeah, I like very large enemy variety, and like the games, like the actual Castlevania portable games especially. I like, don't get me wrong, I definitely like Symphony of the Night, but I definitely have like an incredible fondness for Order of Ecclesia, Aria of Sorrow? Is that the DS one? I played the Game Boy Advance one, and it was alright, but I played it like after it had already had some time to date itself, and so I didn't enjoy it as much as I might have, in lieu of like Aria of Sorrow. Portrait of Ruin is okay, but I don't think that's necessarily like the biggest recommendation in the series, because it was kind of weird. I don't know, it just, something about it kind of, I didn't end up liking it nearly as much. It's one of the, I like it, I'll play it, but I almost never complete it like I do the other ones, and I get pretty thorough. Like, every now and then I just get the itch, go through 100% a Castlevania game, not touch them again for a year. And yeah, that usually tides me over. It's been a while since they've had a new release, though. I know they do have the oh geez, 7th gen, I don't know what you would call it, the Hideo Kojima Lords of Shadow Castlevanias, which I'm into as well, because that's sort of just your kind of mad brawler kind of deal, very God of War-esque, which I enjoy those games in small doses. Like, I definitely don't have like a specific, like, oh man, yeah, that game's coming out, I gotta get it. But like, I have Lords of Shadow, like the actual original Lords of Shadow, and on PC, and I've yet to even so much as install the file. No, I've installed it, I haven't opened it, so I haven't seen an intro cinematic or anything like that, just because it's like, I don't want to dedicate my time to it. I'm actually I've heard it's terrible, which makes me kind of sad. I don't like the idea that it would be terrible, because it's Hideo Kojima doing a Castlevania game that actually appears to have a really cool story to it, and I mean, I've already spoiled it for myself. I won't go into details about how the story works, but that is, like, super intriguing to me, and I like where they went with it. And, yeah, and I'll get around to it eventually. I'll have to find out if I can actually, like, post videos of it, because then I can just add it to my channel, and that'll give me a really good excuse for playing it, so, or maybe go get some permissions or something like that. That'd be nice. I know I have seen YouTube videos of it playing, but there's definitely, I'm never 100% confident on if a video can be played on YouTube for profit or monetization, especially unless, you know, the company's already come out and said, yes, blanket statement, everything is fine, don't worry about it, just play our games, enjoy, we accept that you are free advertising, so, which is always good. So, and I don't know what Konami or is it Konami or is it Capcom? Well, I died. Well, we made it to the forest, so that's good. Progress is progress. And we're still killing tons of people, which is always good. So, let's see, who do we want to play? We got a Barbarian Queen, we got a Knave, and Barbarian Queen. I think we'll go with Barbarian Queen, or Barbarian King, it doesn't really matter. Just because they have like a ton of health, and so maybe we'll actually make some really decent progress. And we got Gigantism, can't see in 3D. I think we're going to stick with Endomorph and Coprolalia, because that has a little bit more actual practical benefit to what we're going to be doing here. Let's go ahead and, I want to get this out of the way. We don't necessarily need the upgraded mage. Yeah, we can cast more spells, but now I'm just trying to get through, yeah, there we go, that's what I wanted, is the minor, but now we don't have enough money for it, so whatever. That's fine. And we got a new rune. That was the Grace rune, right? Let's look at that really quick. Yeah, Grace. Enemy scale slower, but easier but lesser rewards. Multiple rune stack, slowing enemy scaling more. So, yeah, there we go. Nice, if you're trying to force some progress. But right now, I'm pretty much okay with this episode being farming. We'll try to push forward just a little bit. And, yeah, I'm going on some good rants, I think. I like talking about the game industry and everything else. I think this would be a little bit more effective if I was, like, Twitch streaming this, maybe. Get some feedback. I've been considering doing a Twitch stream, but I don't know. It's one of those, like, maybe if I get like 100 subscribers, I'll do a Twitch stream, because then, you know, if I had to think about it, or based on Twitch streams I've seen of other people, you know, you get about maybe 10% of your viewership to watch your Twitch stream. So if I got 10 people on a Twitch stream, that'd be great. And so that's kind of my goal right now. If I get like 100 subscribers, I'll go ahead and put in the effort to actually get a Twitch stream. Okay, good. We are just barely not so, or short enough. Because I think, yeah, we're gigantic. Or I can't remember. I know we're an endomorph, but I don't know if we got gigantism on this character. It seems like maybe we have. I'm trying to gauge based on the resolution versus background objects, actually. Okay. Defeat all enemies. Alright, that's fine. That should be, well, of course, impossible, given the circumstances here. Nope, that's not going to work. That's not going to go through walls, so we can't actually do that one. That's unfortunate. There's, especially that particular room is, ooh, hello, motorcycle, I think. Or, you know, some sort of higher horsepower, loud engine kind of vehicle there. Alright, let's... Yeah. Okay. We're just gonna slowly work our way up here, because there's a lot of lateral movement with the danger zones. Okay. Danger zones being anything that can actually affect us negatively in our hitbox. So, bullets, etc. Enemies. You know what I mean. I just used a funny term for it that's not actually conventional terminology. There we go. We can drop from above. Alright. And there we go. We got some money. At the very least, if we don't make any progress, we're getting money, which is its own progress. Well, since that's as close as we get to an actual, well, experience accumulation mechanic in this game. Once again. Whenever I talk about this game, I feel like I'm just reiterating myself over and over. So that's also why I'm kind of like, yeah, no, Metroidvania, totally awesome. I do make a habit every time once a year, usually at some sort of an event, like LAN party, PAX, something like that. I'll try to play Super Metroid through and, you know, get the naturally 2.5 hour finish and, you know, best ending, etc. Bikini, not really bikini, it's sort of the prototype Zero Suit. Okay, Warg, dead Warg. Alright. This is what I wanted to do. This is why I backtrack a little bit, so I can get back into this room and grab the pickups. And there's Santa Claus again. Just the weirdest addition you could possibly make in the background of this game. I understand it, it's funny, but it happens pretty freaking often for it to be, like, a joke for very long, unfortunately. I just think it's goofy. It's like, oh, that's very cute, I get it. Haha. Of course, these are the guys who made Don't Shit Your Pants. So, Cellar Door Games. I remembered after, like, watching the video, I was like, what is the name of this stupid company? And I was like, Cellar Door. Ah, oh, jeez. So I just added it to my video description and didn't worry about it too much. So I have to wonder where they came up with their name, like if that's a Donnie Darko reference or not. Or I guess Donnie Darko is a reference to like an actual writer. So, and in case you're wondering, they were talking about there's somebody who said that the most beautiful world phrase in the English language was cellar door. So it's like, that's cool. I can get behind that. All right, now is this a bad painting? There you go, Band of Bears. Development time, 4 months. Release date, August 6, 2009. This was our second game we ever attempted, and it was for the 2009 Dream Build Play Contest. We found out about it pretty late, so we had to play catch-up with everyone else. Fresh off the success of Don't Shit Your Pants, we decided to go big, stupidly big, and thus Cellar Door Games was formed. On top of starting a project well beyond our resources and expertise, we also juggled full-time jobs to get this game running. It was pretty sucky. The game features the BARS system, Bear Effort Adaptable Room System, which would change rooms depending on the number of players playing. The Bears did have top 20, which was good, but not enough to win anything. Eventually, reality and common sense came back to us, and we realized we had to scrap the project, or in the very least, put it on indefinite hiatus. The demo boss is pretty freaking cool. So, I wonder what actually ever came of that project, because I don't remember hearing about it in, like, any indie news or anything. So, yeah, so there you go. These giant paintings usually have little snippets about the history of the game development company, which I think is a cool, like, self-homages are pretty awesome, especially since this one got so much positive press, and I think they were just so proud of it that they decided to make it into a, like, we feel like we've actually accomplished something moment, and, you know, I could appreciate that. It's not tooting your own horn if it really is, like, you've done something stupendous. And I think there are some things that people just don't celebrate that they should. Based on this idea that, you know, oh no, it's you know, we're just tooting our own horn, God, what is the word? Oh my god, my ability to forget words when I really need them. But yeah, just basically being really vain, and people are afraid of being vain, and you know, that's probably not the worst thing in the world, but there's certain things, like if you started out as like this little garage indie game development studio, and then ended up like basically winning the hearts and minds of thousands and thousands of people based on some goofy ideas. Like they talk about Don't Shit Your Pants, which launched their entire company basically into what would eventually become the company that developed this completely amazing game. It started out on a bus. They were making a joke on a bus about, hey, we should have an adventure game about not shitting your pants. And it was like, well, what do you mean? And then they just ended up making it. And they went for it. And they've been rewarded pretty extensively with their success. So, you know, I think that's fair to celebrate, right? That's not arrogant. That's not vanity. That's, you know, hey, we did it, guys. I mean, oh, geez. Okay. This is a fairy chest where you cannot jump. I think the room is always the same, so I'm trying to see if I can remember from like a year ago how you beat this one. So you can't jump. And then, no, that looks like a dead end. Okay. Now this is the moment of truth. Oh no! I fucked it up. Okay, so which way was it? Just in case we come across this room again. It was this one. No, it wasn't that one because you can't jump back up. Alright. That's fine. Whatever, dude. It was this one. Okay, that wasn't a dead end. I was like, I see grass, so it must be a dead end. So I got it right up into that point, and then I was wrong. So, sigh. But yeah, that's just my opinion. Okay, this video needs to end. It's already gone on a little long, but I'll go ahead and show you Alexander, and if we actually manage to beat him, I'll be really impressed with myself, first off. But secondly, we will have made progress in this one video. And man, this is like the longest 20 minutes ever. I don't know what it is about this game. It seems to make time stretch a little bit. Okay. Alright. Easy enough, really. That's pretty much the only attack it actually does, except it spawns these guys everywhere. Now, being able to one-hit these is going to be pretty important, I think. So this is going to be a job for the Shinobi Hokage. Plenty of damage upgrades kind of mentality, sure. Because that's what, aside from being really stupid and just walking into the boss like that, the thing that's going to kill us is, oh my goodness, just the number of ads, basically. Whelp's left side, etc. There we go, I died. So, there you go. I hope you've enjoyed this episode of Cardboard Decoy Plays Rogue Legacy, and if you did, please leave a comment, like, comment, subscribe, everything else. And, yeah, I will see you next time. Have fun.